Good to see all of you. Um, Thank you for coming on board. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Nana Hawa. Good to see you guys. So it's been a while, right? I hope I'm audible enough. Um, so we'll just jump right into the live session and talk about the things that we hope to achieve, from this live session. And I'm hoping that thank you so much, sis. And I'm hoping that we can interact. You tell me some of your plans, some of the things that you know, inspire to achieve. Hi, hi, sis. Thank you so much. Good to see you too, sis. Right. So 2024 is almost over. Like there's nothing. You know how the world is, how the Lord has created it, is that there's nothing you can do to bring back yesterday, right? There's nothing that will happen ever again in this world where, whether it's federal government, whether it's the world leaders, they don't have the capacity to say, hello, thank you, good to see you, right? Nobody has the capacity to say, you know what, we're not done. 2024, we still want to redo 2024. You can redo a certain trait, you can redo a certain um a certain idea, you can redo a certain um business or something. There are things that we can actually redo, but you cannot redo a day, let alone a whole year. It's not, we don't have that option, there's no place for that option, right? So as far as you and I are concerned, 2024 as we know it is going to expire in in 8 or 9 days, right? And there's no bringing it back. So the best way to move forward is to analyze the year, find out the things that we did well, the things that we want to amplify and continue to do, or the things that we feel that what, this thing, as my people will say, oh woman, right? I am not about to venture into this kind of um character again. I'm not about to do this kind of business again. I'm not about to, different things that you can, set the tone as to how your 2005 2025 is going to be, right? So I wanted to have this discussion and then, share some of the ideas that I have, some of the things that I know, that if we do, we definitely going to be having, a better 2025, 2025. I don't know why I keep saying 2025, 2024, yeah. So I'm sure that all of us here, or most of us here, must have heard the saying, you cannot do, thank you so much, Samuel. You cannot do the same thing and expect a different result. Have you heard that saying? Most of us from Nigeria must have heard that, right? You can't do the same thing and then you expect that, oh no, this thing that I'm doing is going to have a different outcome. It doesn't work like that, right? That's why um you have to, if there are things that you want to see happen in your life, you have to take steps, as against saying, oh, let me, wishful thinking. No, 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 it doesn't work. So we cannot continue to have the same pattern of, oh, happy new year, happy new year, and before you say Jack, Merry Christmas, and the year is gone, right? You have to have like a different ideology towards pushing the year. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining, right? So what are these ideas that I think that I want to share, that would make 2025 somewhat different from the way that it used to be? Before now, Usually, what we'll have, people will say, do you do New Year resolution? Do you carry it through? Do you, But for a very long time now, I think, especially with Nigerian churches, right? There is, when you sit down and check to see what is going on, you know, in the with the church, you sometimes get to understand that, you know, there are lots of things that is done that is necessitated, um, that is prompted because of how they have seen their followers, their members, fall through or fall out of certain plans, right? It used to be that people would just wake up and say, okay, my New Year resolution is that I am not going to smoke. I'm going to watch my weight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And by the 1st of February, everybody is done. Nobody's following through with those plans that they had. I'm not saying by June. I'm saying by 20th of January. Some of us are no longer. I tell you something. One of the best times for gyms, I think that they sell more in January. Reason being that everybody gets into the new year thinking that they want to lose weight, hoping to lose weight, wanting to lose weight. But do we follow through with that process? Most times, no. Because after the hype of the January 1st is gone, maybe we do what we aspired to do. We do that for the first 1 week, 2 weeks, and then we're tired. So I'm thinking, instead of going through this route, how about just like churches, just like so many organizations, even on the platform Abuja Moms, we've been doing that for years now, right? I think since the inception of Abuja Moms, what I would do most times from the 30th, from the 29th, 30th, 31st of December, I just like to stay in a place of prayer. I just like to just ask God, what would you have me tell this woman? What would you have me speak to my sisters about? What are the things that you would have us do? And, you know, most times, I think it was for 2018, right? The word that we had for 2020, 2018 was being intentional, right? And I saw the growth. I saw the growth on the platform was palpable. Like the women, everybody, we were all very intentional about what we wanted to do, the things that we used to do, and the new things, the new ideas, the new skills, the new, everybody, intentionality was just everywhere. And we saw massive growth in our minds, in our businesses, in our work with God, in everything that we were doing. 2018, it was a powerful year. That was like the first January that we are entering together as a platform, right? So I think that if you want to do that, you can also use this tone to set up, how you want your 2025 to be, right? You can have a theme, as against having like a new year resolution. You can just have a theme for the year. The same, nothing to, of course, is important to pray, ask God, find out the things that you feel that the Lord will have you do, but if you in your heart ask yourself, what are the vibes that I want to see for 2025? What's the energy that I want to have all through the year? That right there is your theme for the year. You could get your theme from a phrase, it could be a quote, it could be a Bible verse, it could be something, but just sit down, find out what you want to achieve, the thing that would push you. See, Sister Mary, good to see you. Good evening, sis, right? So you can have a theme, right? Make sure that the year you are walking through, whatever thing that it is that the theme for the year is for you, I think it's a lot, it's a game changer. Ever since my family and I started to have like a theme for the year, it makes it a lot easier. We know that, okay, we don't want to do the things that we don't want. It's not what I'm saying is, you could have the theme, as it concerns your individual self. You could also have a theme for your family, for your household. Like, there's no chaos this year, there is no this, there's no that. You just decide on a theme that you want to have run through your body and soul for the whole year. I'm telling you, sisters, it's going to be something that will be worth your while, right? Then again, I like to say to people, what do you want to achieve every year? You must have a plan. You must have something that you want to achieve. If you wake up and you say, oh, happy new year, and you're living, you say, one day at a time. Yes, one day at a time. However, what are your plans? Your dream is yours. It's only in our dreams that I can dream to be anything. You can dream to be anything. Nobody has control over your dream. Not one person. Not your mother, not your father, not your husband, not your wife, not your sibling. Nobody. Only you. Only you. You are the person who creates the dream. You're the person who knows. That's the great, as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the greatest gifts that God gave to us. The fact that we can dream and nobody's collecting your dream from you. So if you know that you can dream, why not, as you're entering the year, dream about something. Dream about what you want to achieve. Whatever it is, however big it is, however big you think, however impossible your neighbor thinks this your dream, you don't care. However, see, that thing that they say, if your dream doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough, right? Can you try that for 2025? Can you try to, aspire to be great? Like, I don't want to beg. I don't care what the economy of my nation is saying. I don't care what the economy of the world is saying. I am dreaming. And this is the house. This is that car. This is that first class ticket. Do you understand? It is your dream. And then when you have these dreams, don't just stay there. Don't just say, oh, I have this dream and that's it. And then you hear Merry Christmas 2025. No. When you have a dream, clarify your dream. Do you understand? Have a pathway. Like, start to, oh, this dream that I have, how do I achieve this dream? Some people, when they say, I don't know why I'm remembering this, right? I used to have a friend who said to me he wanted to drive. We were working together somewhere around Metama. And he said to me, I want to drive this car. And I'm like, fantastic. Because I'm not one to kill anybody's dream. I'm like, fantastic. Definitely you will drive the car. But because I know that his mind is lazy, like, he doesn't think about the way that he's not somebody who want to work for anything, right? There's no plan, there's no clear plan. I said to him, you can actually drive this car and more. You want to drive this car. Coincidentally, some guys, those guys who clean up shoes, shoemaker, some shoemakers were passing. And I told him, I said, do you know, if we stop any of these shoemakers now and ask them if they would like to drive this car that you're dreaming to drive, the answer is going to definitely be a yes. But what is the plan? You think you're going to just wake up one day and I want to drive a Benz. I want to drive. My children already know the car that I want to drive. It is a dream that I have. And then, because I know that this thing costs money, I'm not about to just sit down and wait. And so when I was talking to that friend of mine, I said, you need to have a plan. You need to, not a plan to buy the car today, not a plan to buy the car in 2 days or in 10 days, but a plan to say, because I aspire to be as big as this and drive this kind of car, then I shouldn't be doing the kinds of things that I do. My mind should not be lazy. I shouldn't be a person that cannot change 1,000 naira to 1,050 naira. No. So when you have a dream, however big that dream is, you have to flesh it out. You have to, make it clear. Find like a way to clarify the dream that you have and then pursue it. Make sure that, okay, this is my dream. There are steps. Is it where I'm staying? Is it the kinds of people that I speak to about my dreams? There are people that you tell your dreams, and then right there and then the dream dies, because they are there to tell you, no, 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 you cannot be that. How can you? Who is your father? Who born you? How dare you think to be big? Right? That's not the kind of energy somebody who wants to be great wants to carry year in, year out. No, no. I'm going to be very blunt, if you permit me, right? There are people that should not be carried into 2025. The Holy Book says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. It didn't say love your neighbor more than you love yourself. And you love somebody more than you love yourself when you know that this person is draining me. This person, the energy, this person doesn't want to see me succeed. This person doesn't want to see me live a good life. But how I go do? Now my only friend. You better wake up. 2025, don't carry that kind of negativity into, I don't know, however you want to do it. I do it a lot. I pick up my phone. There are people that I need to unfriend, I unfriend. There are people that are on social media that I want to, thank God for social media, for Facebook, for instance. I don't need to unfriend you. But what's that thing that they call? There's something, when I unfollow you, I don't get to see your negative posts and the things that you do do you get what I mean? So I do that every year. I try to analyze my circle. I try to analyze the friendship that I've built. I try to understand whether, oh, are we moving forward together? Am I dropping these guys? Are these guys, are we uplifting each other? Or is this person just like, somebody there just to suck out of me? I'm just saying the things that would make 2025 different from the last year. 2024, thank God. 2024 is almost over. For some of us, we are excited about 2024, fantastic year. We're alive to tell the tale. However, things happened. Things that could have swallowed us happened, right? So we're happy that the year is almost over, but we need to make sure that 2025 is 10 times better, right? And then in 2025, no matter what you do, get a new skill, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. No matter how much you think you know, no matter how much you think, oh, well, I am well learned, the world is moving with the speed of light. That thing you know, that you learned 5 years ago, can I bust your bubble? It is stale. It is stale. That thing that you say, all of us went to school. Tell me, if you want to be realistic to yourself, the thing that you studied in school, you're very lucky if that's what is giving you money today. Education is a must, is a wonderful time, is a wonderful process. However, is that the thing putting food on your table today? Get a skill. Learn something new. It opens your mind. It makes you have something to, to look forward to. Don't let the world leave you behind. On the platform of Butch Moms, I see a lot of my sisters here. I've been talking about the tech world very recently. I joined the tech world this year, 2024. I told myself I needed to, acquire new skills. There are things that I did that I didn't know I had the capacity to do. I learned to braid. For a girl who was born in Kaduna, grew up all my life in the north of Nigeria, it was strange that at 40 I didn't know how to braid, right? And I told myself, I want to braid. I want to know how to do nails. I want to know how to do makeup. I want to know. I went as far as there was a time when, if you go on Facebook, you're going to see my brand there, H Honey Bakes and Chops. I used to bake 2013, 2014, 2015. I was baking to eat, right? I know how to do small chops, but I know that the style had changed. There is nobody who is going to still be doing puff puff the way they used to do it 10 years ago, that has that can compete with Danny's chops. If you are in Abuja, I went to Danny's chops to learn how to do small chops. Even if I'm not doing small chops now, for instance, I just know, even with the measurements, when I told her, I used to do samosa, I used to do spring roll and that and all of that. But when she mixed the things, that the ingredients, there was something that we were not using in 2014. Corn flour. Corn flour. As little as that sounds, it was not part of the ingredients for small chops in 2014, 2013. So when she added that, I smiled. And I said, okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying this so that you understand that there are the skills that you feel that, okay, I already have this skill, I have that skill, I have. How about brushing up on those skills? Just brush up on those skills. If you think that you have learned everything that there is to learn here on earth, please, in 2025, brush up on the skills that you know. If you know everything. But then again, as a child of God that doesn't lie, if you know that you have not learned everything in this world that there is to learn, get a skill or two. I'm telling you, you're going to end 2025 feeling good about yourself. Feeling that, okay, with these new skills that I have acquired, I can decide now to go speak to somebody who is about to get married, and then I tell the person, I can handle your chops. That's a business by the side that could give me a little bit of change. Or if I decide to open up, if I say that, oh no, I cannot go and be doing all these things now, I don't have time, if I open up a store and say this is what I want to do, I can stand and say, no, these chops, see the recipe. People are working, and then because you already have the knowledge, you're giving directives on how you want your own thing to be done. That's what happens when you gain a skill. If I want to open up a salon, in that short 2 weeks training that I did, right? I have an idea of the things I want to see happen there. I have an idea of how I want to have my staff hold my client's hair. Do you get what I'm saying? Those are the things that I think about for 2024, and I am happy. And I'm sure that you also would be if you attempt to give yourself new skills. 2025, applaud yourself and enjoy little wins. I'm talking from the age angle now. One of the things that makes the year look like, nothing good happened in this year is that we don't acknowledge the small wins, the small victory. We just feel that, well, my plan for this year was, to do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. And you never applaud yourself. You just feel that you didn't do right by yourself. If you have a different approach to 2025 by way of saying, you know what, this is where I'm going, but because of out of these 50 kilometers that I intend to run, I intend to go, I intend to journey through, I'm so grateful to God that I've been able to do 5 kilometers. That's 10%. Come on, girl. Happiness, you did well. Ngwa, we go again. Can you increase your capacity? Baby girl, can you do another 7 kilometers so that it is much more than the 5 kilometers that you did yesterday? And then I push myself and do 7 kilometers. Automatically, I have done 12 kilo, right? I've done, yes, I've done 12 kilometers. Therefore, I am I am gradually approaching my 50-kilometer target. Do you understand what I'm saying? If we fail to acknowledge these little wins, we tend to feel depleted. At the end of the year, we just feel that nothing good came out of the year. That's not true. There's an Igbo song that said, "Iburu enye eziokwu, ị ga-afụ ihe ga-eme ka ija Chineke mma." Like if you look through your life, right? If you are a truthful person, you must see a reason to thank God. You get what I'm saying? So it is important, please. Yes, sis, having a skill, you won't go broke. Small change go there your hand. No be lie. No be lie at all. Right? And then in 2025, instead of, oh, I wish I had my book here, I would have shown you. Every year, I do it every year. I just have a list. I have a lot of dreams, right? However, every year, even for the platform, there are, I bring it down to key goals, key things that I want to achieve. You understand? As much as I hope to achieve everything, I wish that it's not this book, right? I wish that I had that book. I would have shown you. As you have your goals, you must have a main goal. Do you understand what I'm saying? There must be a main goal that, you know what, this main goal is like 3, 4, it's not like my goal is this, my goal is that, my goal. Some people, you have 20 dreams, 20 things that you intend to do. Fantastic. However, itemize those things, and by way of prioritizing, tell yourself the one that, okay, this one are the things that I desperately, not maybe not desperately, but I am going to be very excited. I'm going to be very happy if I'm able to achieve this, and this. Out of all of these big dreams, out of all of these goals that you've set, make sure that you have some of them that are your main goals. Then you start to walk towards them. You start to walk towards those wants. Do you understand? And then move those goals. You try to make them a reality. This, there in the way that I write mine, there are different goals. Then there's this one that I am setting, that this particular goal, I want to make sure that is a reality. This thing, that this 2025, this particular one, Gojo, it must come to pass by the grace of God. And then you set your mind towards making sure that that particular goal, you hit it. It's a reality. And you get to see that 2025 would end very well. One of the things to drop, because there must be habits that you drop. There must be some things that you say, this thing I've been not the do I've been the do 100%. Now I don't the do 80%. Now I don't the do. There are some that you have to end. For me, the advice I give to everybody every year is end procrastination. The thing that procrastination has done to all of us is big, is huge. If you want to do something, don't wait until you... Yes, I'm Christian, so most times you hear me say it from the Bible angle, right? If the children of Israel knew the journey, the whole plan, how the Kurukere the worker go be, they for no start. You don't have to know the end game. Like, you have to, this idea, you have to be, bold enough to understand that if God has given you this tiny idea, because He's the one that gives, you should be able to trust Him enough to know that if He can let this come down to your spirit, that means He is more than capable to see it through. Who you be for the film? Make God talk, say you want to do something, and then now you go come and they say, hey, Chineke, nkati too big. Who are you? Who are you? He is everything, omnipotent. So if He gives you an idea, best believe that He has a way. So you start first. I was listening to a man of God who said, God is a yes God, right? You cannot just sit down. If you don't say, yes, I will do this, and you start to do it, you're not seeing hand though. You know how many of us will stand up? You know how many of us will stand up? Wait, one go see you, wait, sit down for back. You sit down for back. You no want do anything. You dey fear. You dey say, hey, it's too big. Me, small me, to go and open shop. Hey, my sister. Anything that is in your spirit to do, start. End procrastination. And in all that you're doing in 2025, love yourself. You heard when I said it a few minutes ago. The Bible says to love your neighbor as you love yourself. It didn't say love anybody more than you love yourself. It's very unfortunate, especially in our own country, the way that women these days things are happening to women. We are naturally givers. We don't know when to stop. I'm not saying stop being you. I'm not going to stop being, a loving wife, a fantastic mother. That's what I thrive for, right? However, even me, I'm sure that some of you knew when I came back, right? Each time I'm back home, I dey enjoy you. I go out, I do all those things. I go. This is the first time that I will go back home, and then I don't go and do that massage and do all of those things. Maybe because of the demolition and stuff. For those who know, if not, I make sure that I find time to just breathe, be happiness without. I don't want to even say be happiness Ochi or happiness Annie. I don't want to add any surname because I just want to be me. Have time to laugh without thinking. We as mothers, we we are we are working calculators. We are working timekeepers. You're thinking for okay, thinking for careful, thinking for coding. Do you understand? As much as that is good, you need a place where you can just breathe. I was talking to my friend yesterday and I was telling her part of the plan that I have for 2025 is to create avenue for, I've done it before, I've done it different times, right? Girls time out, but I wanted to go deeper. Niger joke. I wanted to, like, what I plan to do for 2025 is, where we go, and it's going to be like a retreat. We're not there for social media, anything. We're not there to do. We're just there to eat, sleep, gist, take our bath, sleep again, gist, pick up our phone to say hope everywhere. If we're going, it's just going to be a particular number for SOS. That's the number that is going to ring, and all of us in that place will run and say, waiting happen. But if that phone is not ringing, turn off your phone. That's the plan that I have. Like, let's just go to a place where we just want to breathe. Have you noticed that, I love the way that Nigerian men are. I love it. I love it. They love their children, they love their wives, but they have time for themselves. They can go out, boys' night out is not a play. It's not. If your some husbands, of course, thank God for husbands that don't do it every day, right? But I don't think that there is a Nigerian man, except somebody we know just they get friends or anything. It doesn't have to be to eat out in a bar or something, but an average Nigerian man will go chill with his guys. We as Nigerian women, we don't know it. We don't know that style. We just want to just walk and walk and walk and walk. And then they say, this woman, she was making breakfast for her children on Saturday morning. She slumped, she died. This woman, she was backing her baby. She just came back from the hospital. And then the baby, she slumped, she died. I'm not saying there are no other people, other gender that, but I'm saying, can we be a little more intentional about just breathing, like just having time where we're not thinking too much, having time when we're not hustling? This back-to-back hustle is too much with our generation. To what end? To what end? You see a woman is hustling back to back, back to back. Right after this live session, I'm going to call the person whose name has dropped in my spirit. I'm not going to stand up without calling her. I'm going to call her right after this. Tell her, I love you so much. To keep quiet on this. This hustle is important. We're all hustling. But you have to, the back to back is too much. On the platform Abuja Moms, right? As I'm saying it now, I'm just thinking, I'm going to flesh out a plan. I'm going to flesh out a plan that every 2 months, I don't know what we're going to call it. But I'm going to flesh out something. Because as I'm saying it here, it's just dropping in my spirit, like even on the platform. What do you mean we have our hangout every end of year. It's not, no. We have to have something where we're just going to be in a place where we just chill, sit down, relax, gist. We don't even need to have DJ. If we don't have money for DJ, we could just play. We could just play and everybody could go in house, go bath, go sleep. 2025, please, let us be very intentional about ourselves, about our health, about our health, about our mental health. Too, very important. You check yourself so that this slump and die thing, don't be afraid to go to the hospital and say, I want to check, because what you know is what you know. Is what you can treat. Don't say, no, I don't want to do this. Hey, you will go. There's this thing they say in Nigeria. Sometimes I don't know whether to flog people. Can you ever go to... My father too has told me, God have mercy. Can you ever go to a doctor? Like, he'll say, can you go to the hospital, and then they will run a test and say nothing is wrong with you. Even if you take your car to the mechanic, they check, they must see something, they must see a fault, right? But no, find time, just go check. Madam, your PVC is low, is this okay? What can I do to up it? What can I do? Then for your mental health, some people will say, as I tell my friend, they use and laugh me. Use and laugh you how? Must you tell that friend? If not be that friend, find somebody. You cannot be a witch where be say no get one person where where be say you can go just relieve your chest if you get something where you don't bottle up for too long. Right? So, as always, this video, I don't want for it to be too long, but these are the things that I wanted to speak to you about. My son says I have something to share. So I have shared what I think would make 2025, a much better year for all of us. All right. So if there are questions, right, I think it's time we can take questions and suggestions, things that I can read out, so that, right? Hey, Sister Mary, I'm happy you stayed to the end. Thank you. Yep. Thank you so much, Sister Jess. Great talk. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please be intentional about yourself. Reduce it. Thank God for the network tonight, right? Good. Okay, so thank you so much, sis Akuna. God bless you. All right, so if this video made sense to you, can you please give me a thumbs up? Hey, thank you, husband. Oh, thank you. Can you please give me a thumbs up? And then if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Right? One of the things that after I started this YouTube channel in September, and I was very dedicated, and then October, end of October, some of you know why, right? I just lost interest in a lot of things, and my son has been pushing for me to, Mom, just go back, and then today by 5 p.m. he was like, I thought you said you were going to go live on Sunday. I said, well, I don't even know, I don't have anything to say. I said, no, you have a lot to share, just think about something, and I'm glad I did. And I'm back to YouTube. This is what we do every Sunday evening. I come here, we share ideas, share nuggets, and it makes me happy. So I'm sure that would continue. Right? Next Sunday, I'll be here at 8 p.m. as well, Nigerian time. So we can also share Thank you. If there are things that you want for us to discuss on the next live session, please also leave it on the comment section. I would read and then we can work towards doing that. All right. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Please subscribe, like my channel so that I can be back to doing what I love, which is talking with women and pushing all of us, pushing myself and you to greater heights. God bless you. Bye.